Right, so basically I'm recording a video. I've got a couple to record, and when you watch this video, you're going to think, he's a crazy little bastard. Because basically, I have got loads of videos that I've recorded, and loads of videos that I've got to get uploaded, and I'm still recording more. I know. But, I don't mind doing that, because basically that's the way I sometimes do. I do record videos in advance and that, so whatever I talk about, basically, can either be something from the past that's already happened, and basically I'm talking about it now, or it could be something that may not happen in the future, because I don't think I'm that, predominant in knowing what's going to happen in the future, specifically in the news. But there are three things that I've written down basically on here, and I'm pretty sure that when this blog goes out, somebody will say, that was in the news a few weeks ago. It might well be. Basically, a couple of these blogs are all to do with health, food, and that kind of thing. But the first one is basically about Irn Bru. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I am a massive drinker of Irn Bru. But I feel a little bit sad at this moment in time, because Irn Bru are changing their recipe. Or should we say, they are cutting out on the sugar. Now, I'm not quite sure I'm convinced. They reckon that basically when they get rid of some of their sugar in their drink, that you won't be able to tell the difference, and basically Irn Bru will be the same as it always has been. Well, I'm not convinced. I'm convinced that it's going to be even worse than what it is now. Now, Irn Bru's not worse now, because I know that I drink Irn Bru. I love Irn Bru. In fact, it's a bit baffling in times, because I'm kind of wondering, well, if they're getting rid of a lot of sugar in Irn Bru, surely they can't call it Irn Bru anymore, and it would have to be known as Diet Irn Bru or something like that, because if you buy Diet Irn Bru, it should have less sugar in it, surely. It's a bit baffling on that one, but they're basically saying that after all these years, because there's going to be a tax coming up on sugary drinks, basically, which I don't agree with, but anyway, it's going to happen, and they thought, to get around it, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to basically keep the secret recipe that we have for Irn Bru, but there's going to be less sugar in it, basically. And with hope, they do say it's not going to affect what it is, and you won't be able to tell the difference, and basically you'll just be able to drink the Irn Bru as normal and say it's Irn Bru like it always has been. But I'm not convinced, and I've got a pretty feeling that it's going to get even worse, and I think it's going to be worse than what it ever has been. Hopefully I could be proved wrong, but if it is, then I might have to stop drinking Irn Bru, and something I don't really want to do. But Irn Bru, there are actually fans of Irn Bru like me who literally don't want this to happen. They're actually begging them not to do it. I mean, can you believe that? I know. It's right though. They are begging Irn Bru not to do this, because it is basically a recipe that is just, you can't do it. I mean, the one thing, and I think I've talked about Irn Bru in the past on here, many years ago. I think I did a video and I talked about Irn Bru. But there's one thing also with Irn Bru that that I don't get. People will go out and buy a cheap version of Irn Bru, right? Which is not spelled IRNBRU. It's spelled iron as in IRON, and then it's got BREW as in Irn Bru. And I have to look at them and say, do you know what? You're fooling everybody, or should I say, you are a fool in yourself, because no one could, literally no one, yeah, and I mean no one, can actually recreate Irn Bru. Why? Because it's got a secret recipe. It's only known by 3 people in the whole world. So, anybody who tries to recreate Irn Bru really are creating something totally different that would not even be remotely like Irn Bru. It wouldn't be a cheap version of it, it'll just be something else, because how would you know what really goes into Irn Bru? I mean, if you look at things like Coca-Cola and things like that, I'm pretty sure that they don't have secret recipes. I'm pretty sure that the majority of things that goes into Coca-Cola people know about. So, anybody can come along and do a cheap version of it. Like, Pepsi can come along and say, right, we're going to be another market leader in Coke, and basically do what Coca-Cola's done. All the supermarket brands can come along and say, yeah, we've got our own version of Coke, and it might not be as good as Coca-Cola or Pepsi, but what they've done is they've done it, and they've said, we've got close to it, and we know exactly what Coke is, you know. And it's a bit like that with food. There will be many, many foods that will have literally will have a recipe, and it may not be that secretive over it. They've just got their way of doing it better than somebody else, and yet a lot of companies can come along and do their own version. But yeah, I'm not happy that Irn Bru are going to be changing, I think, a little bit, basically, on the old less sugar. I know they're doing it for health reasons and stuff like that, but really? It's mad. It's like taxing sugar, particularly when they tax sugar drinks. Why would they do that? I know, as they'll say, yeah, but it's a health thing. But technically, you should be teaching people about these things, not cutting or basically taxing things like that. Because we have a right that, you know, like they'll say kids are getting obese now. Well, it's simple. You teach them things. We all have a choice on what we want to drink and what we want to eat, basically. And we shouldn't have to be worried that if we drink a lot of Irn Bru or whatever, that it's going to get taxed and we have to pay more just because, you know, it's one of them things. I suppose we have to deal with it, but we shouldn't have to. And if you want to think about kids and so on, the best thing is you could just say, well, look, teach them. Teach them the rights and wrongs of having healthy food, having healthy drinks, and say, you can have Coke, you can have Irn Bru and things like that, sugary drinks, but not all the time. Maybe you have them as a treat, or at the weekend. Someone like Jamie Oliver, the chef, he would normally say, right, in the week, we have healthy meals, we have healthy food. There's no wrong on the weekend where you can dive into something that's unhealthy, you know, whatever it might well be. You might not, because he would be the sort of chef that will say, right, in the week, we don't have burgers or anything like that, unless they do a healthy burger, but there may not be times when he'll have burger and chips in the week, or whatever, or big splodges of ice cream, you know, that's unhealthy. But at the weekend, he might say, I don't mind. I don't mind at the weekend, we can do that at the weekend. You know, where we have one day or something where we eat a few bits and pieces. Or, as many chefs and people say, a healthy, balanced diet. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because my ranting on Irn Bru is just shockingly not right. And I just didn't really want to make a video about it, but I had to because I want the whole world to know that Irn Bru is going to be changing and it might not be the same again, sadly. But anyway, keep watching my videos and bye for now.